Okie dokie, we should be live right now for the Indiana Fever facing off against the Las Vegas Aces. And what should be a hopefully good game, well, probably won't be a good game, knowing that it's the Caitlin Clarkless Fever, and they struggle ball to their wins. They struggle ball to their wins here. So if this game's boring, holy shit, I'm going to be losing my damn mind. If this is boring, I'm going to be losing my damn mind for no reason. But yeah, we got one person in here. How are you? All good. Am I going to watch the England game? Duh. Viva Mexico! Like, I am part Mexican right now. I'm absolutely. I don't know if I have any. I don't know if I have any Mexican in me at some stage, but I definitely could find some Mexican if I did if I did a ancestry test. I definitely could. What do you mean? Of course I'm supporting Mexico. I'm Irish. Of course I'm supporting Mexico. Like, the Irish flag today is basically this. Where the fuck is Finn Balor's Twitter? There we go. He tweeted it. This is the Irish flag today, lads. This is the Irish flag today. Like, you will not find an Irish person that doesn't have any relatives in England supporting anyone other than Mexico. Prediction. Aces by 15. My predictions have been pretty good. How do you forget I'm Irish? There's a jersey. To be fair, it's hard to see that what's written on that jersey, but it says Ireland. That is a jersey that says Ireland across it. And there's my other Irish jersey with my name on the back. Just in the match day mood. I mean, you just never know how rigged everything is, so you just never know. But so Ty Harris is still starting. In fairness, Ty Harris deserves that. Also, shout out to Erling Haaland, great league man. Or great Leeds man. Great Leeds man, Erling Haaland. I hope he just wins everything so that he comes and joins Leeds. That would be nice. That would be very nice. USA or Belgium tomorrow? No. No. Wow, you beat Paraguay, Australia, and Bosnia. No. Thank you for overturning the BS red card. Like, it was probably a yellow. But, to be fair, a red card doesn't matter when America whip out the trump card. The trump card beats the red card. Let's be very clear about that. But yeah, it was a yellow. It was a BS call being, but you can't stamp on someone's Achilles. Like, it can't work both ways that it should have been a red for Messi and it wasn't a red. It's an overturned red. Like, I think it's a yellow 0.5. It's a yellow 0.5, as in if the ref gives it yellow, you can't complain. If the ref gives it red, you also can't complain. But again, the trump card beats the red card. They did not book Messi for it. Well, to be fair, VAR can't look at something and give it as a yellow card, by the way. They can't look at it and give it as a yellow. It's either red or nothing. But yeah. The My Team legend. Unfortunately, my team's just gone to shit. I can't even turn on my team. It's just not good. It's just not a good experience. It's just not a good experience at all. But yeah. I got to give 20. Oh, I'll be playing 27 at the start of the year. Don't get it twisted. I'll be playing 27 around till GTA comes out. I'll be playing 27 till GTA comes out. I'm just not going to overly grind the game. I'm just going to make a deal. I'm going to make a deal with somebody. Not sure you're feeling the new haircut. Okay. Trust me, the last one was real bad. Sometimes when the hair is completely wild, the headphones kind of cover how really bad it is. And unfortunately, the hairline's not in a good spot. So, yeah, I'd rather my hair look a little bit bad and cover the hairline a little bit. And the same for Ronaldo. Yep. And you know what country he got himself sent off against? Do you know what country? You don't have to tell me. Because Ronaldo's Portugal were owned by Troy Parrott. We're owned by Troy Parrott. See the Wings game? Yeah, I mean, the tempo are shit. The tempo are shit. Like, I like these players. I like the way they play hard. But, like, Paige was taking the piss. Like, Paige was, like, dribbling in, doing these, like, side spin dribbles. Like, she was making a mockery of them. And Paige is so good. Paige is so fucking good at basketball. Like, this is... I mean this as a term of... It's hard to explain this without sounding incredibly sexist, but like, she moves like an NBA player moves. As in, her moves are like NBA player moves. There's no other player that like you look at them and you're like, that looks like an NBA player. Like, other than Paige. Caitlyn, no. Caitlyn's just a fucking Energizer bunny who just plays at 100%. Go, 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 go. And I'm going to shoot from 30 at any given time. She processes the game faster than almost anyone, including NBA or WNBA. Paige is just so nice. She's just so nice. I still think Caitlyn's the better player because, again, once you get to a certain level, there's more to it than skill. Like, if there wasn't Kyrie Irving, would be the GOAT. Like, once you get to a certain level, the intangible factors mean more. Like, the tempo didn't even have Julie Allemande. They were starting a fucking hardship play. They were starting a French hardship point guard who's not even close. Not even close to making the French national team. Is AZ consideration first team all defense? First team all defense? What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, no. Nobody on the Wings or the Fever should be allowed to make an all-defensive team. Nobody should be allowed. Nobody on either of those teams should be allowed to make all-defense. And if I hear people saying Aaliyah Boston should be all-defense, no, nobody on either of those two teams can defend. She's the best of a terrible bunch, I guess. In terms of movement, yeah, but what NBA players go head down to the basket and release a ball from their hip? Just kind of like chuck it up with two hands at the basket. Like, her speed is ridiculous, but like Paige, Dante Smith's estimate, I don't know. Is Passat? No, they said Passat wasn't playing before the year started. They said that already. No, I'm not saying other players aren't talented. There's so many talented guards. Like Chelsea Gray is one of the most skilled guards. Jackie Young's super skilled. Arike is a super skilled guard. But like, it's just the way Paige gets to her shots. Like, it's her... Like, Paige is slow. Like, I don't think people understand how slow Paige Bueckers is. Like, she is one of the slowest guards, but still can get by whoever she wants, pull back into whatever she wants, which is so impressive. Like, being able to get open like Paige gets open, despite being one of the slowest players in the league, is a surprise. Kennedy versus Kelsey Mitchell. I think Kennedy's better, but it's not. But like, on any given game, like if Kelsey outplays Kennedy, I'm not surprised. If Kennedy outplays Kelsey, I'm not surprised. One thing I don't understand though in this, like, of course, again, today is the day the Aces decide that they don't want to start Steph Talbot. Today is the day they said, no, we're not starting. Oh my God, Kelsey Mitchell's so fast and she's so direct with her runs, and her change of pace is ridiculous. But like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that they're not going out with Chelsea Gray at power forward. But like, Cheyenne Parker-Tyus might be Becky Hammond overthinking things. That might be just Becky Hammond. And by the way, she can do that. Like, a lot of good coaches, like a Becky Hammond, can very much overthink things. It's called a fever without Caitlin, explosive offense. Kelsey Mitchell gets it to Ty Harris, who's kind of open. And they start with an Aaliyah air ball? Really? That's not how you want to start a game. That is not a foul. I don't know what Aaliyah was doing there. As expected, Jackie Young playing the point. Why is Kelsey Mitchell guarding Chelsea Gray? Chelsea Gray is going to post her up. That's a brick. Come on. Come on. Lexi Hull drives to the basket. Oh, that's a terrible defense by Cheyenne Parker. Do you know Cheyenne Parker-Tyus was an all-star in 2023? She was an all-star in 2023. An all-star. That's a wild shot by Jackie Young. Lads, do we think we can get to 50 likes? Do we think we can hit 50 likes here? We're at like 35 and you got 200 of you guys in here. Kelsey Mitchell dribbles in a big circle here. She has Parker-Tyus on her. That is a kind of pointless shot there from Kelsey. Chelsea Gray. That's Jackie Young. Why does Mo Billings need to foul right there? Why did Mo Billings need to foul there? Yeah, Stephanie White is the biggest overthinking coach, but Becky Hammond overthinks a bit as well. Like, it's the opposite with Carl Smesco. The Dream could lose 10 games in a row and Carlos Mesco's not changing his game plan. He's confident his game plan will get them to win 10 games in a row. Oh, 60 likes. Okay, Parker Tyus makes the 2 free throws. Okay. This is not good. Kelsey Mitchell drives in, gives it to Mo Billings in the 3-point line. Ty Harris gets it to Mo Billings, who bricks the open layup. Shout out Mo Billings. 800. That's an 800K layup right there. That's an 800K layup. Why are we letting Chad Parker Tyus cook us? Shout out Aaliyah. Keep going. You know Alyssa can't guard you. Why are we letting Cheyenne Parker Tyus give us the business? Like, I understand she was an all-star back in the Biden administration era, but still. Oh, need a big game by AB. Huge game by AB. Huge. I can't have the Fever lower than the Dream. I can't laugh at the Atlanta Dream and for the Fever to be lower than them. And we can't lose to the Aja Wilson-less Aces. And we can't lose to Melissa Smith as their best player. Like, they're literally... Shout out Kelsey Mitchell. But, like, they're just posting up Chelsea Gray. They're literally running the whoever on Kelsey Mitchell. They're doing what Phoenix did. They're just running whoever is on Kelsey Mitchell's guarding as their attacker. Good shot, Kelsey. Wow. Shout out referees. Shout out the refs for giving us some bullshit right here. That is impressive by Kelsey Mitchell. That's a good shot. Steph White can also beat anyone. Steph White could beat the Aces with Age, or she could lose to the Sparks without Kelsey Plum. Great pass, Kelsey. Oh, Aaliyah. Okay, Cheyenne Parker Tyus legitimately sucks. She gave up a basket to complain. How was she an all-star? Like, in what... How did the WNBA let her be an all-star? All right, wide open. Is Caitlin on the bench? She should be. Ooh, is she? Yeah, she's at the top of the bench. Beside Sophie. Oh, 2 on Nalissa. Come on. Nalissa doing the Fever shit. Nalissa doing exactly what she did when she played for the Fever. Dumb fouling. Like, what is Parker? She spat her fucking gum shield. Oh my god. So Steph Talbot's coming in, is she? Oh! Shot clock's in the game! Shot clock's in the game, lads. Shot clock's in the game. They subbed on their shot clock. And shout out Nalissa Smith scoring for us. Nalissa Smith just scored for us. Shout out Nalissa Smith. She just scored for us. Nalissa's been Indiana's best player so far here today. Like, am I right in saying Nalissa Smith just scored for us there? Right? No, I think Nalissa got her hand on that last. I'm pretty sure Nalissa Smith just scored for us. Shout out Kelsey Mitchell. Like, and we can't lose to the human shot clock. We just can't. We cannot lose to the human shot clock. Most of her what she did for the Fever last year was shout 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She's got swatted. That's travel. Yeah, great call. Hell no, she's not our shot clock anymore, so I can laugh at how bad she is at the sport of basketball. Like, how was she the number 2 recruit in the nation in high school? She can barely score a layup. Like, if you watch her take a layup, it actually looks painful. Like, it looks like she's hurting herself scoring a layup. I understand she can defend. Why is Lexi Hull double clutching a post fade? That's an 800k move right there. Good shot, Chelsea. Oh, Kelsey's looking really good. Kelsey's looking really, really good. It is literally Kelsey versus the Aces right now. Kelsey's been fantastic. Like, oh, AJ, nope. I mean, both of these teams kind of aren't great. Wait, Kelsey only has 5 points. What happened to Lexi? She was more productive last year. Barely. She goes through a hot streak every year. Every year she goes through like a hot streak where she just can't miss for like a 10-game period. And then other than that, she's garbage. And she's done that the last 2 seasons. Oh, sorry. Jesus. Thank you for the $20. I missed it completely. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Sorry. I missed the super chat. Thank you so much. But yeah, I don't think Lexi was that, like, she is what she is. Like, her productivity is always going to be up and down because she's a hustle player. She's a minimum, she's the skill level of a minimum contract with while being one of the 5 hardest workers in the league. So her output, she's one of those players where it's like, if you pay her on a bargain deal, she outperforms her contract. But if you give her a big deal, she's just not good enough for that. It's as simple as that. Chelsea Gray's kick out is not a normal shooting motion. I mean, it's hard to kick out to not a lot of kick out, but like that's kind of a tactic. Like that's a, okay, geez, I thought someone else was injured. Lexi's contract screwed the Fever. Yeah, like, look, I don't think Mo Billings is very good, but power forwards are just, it is what it is. They're expensive. Lexi's a cheap position. Like, Aerial Powers does what Lexi does. She was a minimum contract player. They could have had Sophie and Aerial Powers minimum, and then you actually got a proper power forward. But also, if you end up with Azare or you end up with Alana Smith, then it's not really doing great either. Lexi Hall's 2016 biz might be on, but you know what? That's actually a pretty good comparison to make. When he was on a bargain contract, he was seen as this unbelievable player, and as soon as he got that big contract, you're like, this guy sucks. He just hustles and gets boards. Why is he on a big contract? Oh yeah, Mo Billings. Is Caitlin sitting on 2 cushions? Yeah. She's just looking to be comfortable. Oh, shit. Carter's in the game. Shit, Kennedy. Oh, shit. Sophie Cunningham's guarding Kennedy Carter. It's a tough shot by Jackie Young. Who scored Fever's first bucket? I don't know. Mo Billings is giving him the business. Mo Billings is giving him the business right here. The Chelsea great attempt, she was going for it. She was going to go for it. Why are they not just... Oh, yeah, good trap. Mo, just go to the basket, take the foul. Or miss the layup, that works too. Kelsey Mitch over 3! No shit, Kennedy Carter has the ball. And she just passed it to Parker Tice and got out of the way. Why are we letting... Oh, it was Lexi for the open layup. Yeah, you're right. Why are we letting Cheyenne Parker Tice cook us? I love how they stopped it right before Mo missed the layup. I mean, the defense pressure, yeah, when you can be passive, it's easy. You have to try extra hard when Caitlin's there. You have to try really hard if Caitlin's there. Stop by to see if anyone was watching this. Yeah, there's people watching the Ageless Fever versus the Caitlinless, or Ageless Aces versus the Caitlinless Fever. Oh, some dumbasses. I was wondering, oh, there's so many people less in the watch along, and I'm like, people are streaming it on YouTube. At some stage, the league is going to take all these streams down, and they'll start all flooding into the watch along. Did they call a shooting foul on that? I mean, Carter's not 100%. I want their challenge right. I mean, it is copy. It is literally. Oh, sorry. Just they want the challenge right. I mean, yeah, people. They do that to get the fucking donation numbers. They get pre-monetized accounts. Stream illegal stuff, get all the donation numbers, money, and then buy pre-monetized accounts. Shooting foul, what? Question is, will they sign all the backup PGs if Kelsey Mitchell's going to play point? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, the shot clock just fouled her. Where is the shooting foul there? Shout out Kelsey for getting to the line, but we'll take that. We'll take that. Oh, that was called on Kennedy. Is Kennedy coming out of the game too? So what, Kennedy just lasted like 30 seconds on the floor. We'll take that. And Jewel Lloyd's there. No one else is streaming. I will stream all 44 Fever games. I promise you that. Unless I'm like sick or something. Which is, I'm glad it's tonight, because like if it was tomorrow or Tuesday, I'd be iffy. And then it's like during the year, there's like my friend's wedding, which is around the time of the World Cup, and like his stag or bachelor party. And I'm like, oh, we just let the shot clock score on us. Fuck's sake. That's... Kelsey Mitchell's ran somebody over. We'll take that. Oh my God. Why are they waiting like 4 days before they're announcing the bench for the All-Star team? Of course I'm watching it. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Check out your Lexi highlights. I mean, I wish Lexi was capable of doing that more consistently. But like, how are the Fever meant to survive without Kelsey Mitchell on the floor right now? Fever play Sparks Wednesday. Yeah, my assumption is that Caitlin's playing that game. That is my... Oh, unlucky. Can the Fever make free throws? Can they actually make free throws? Like Aaliyah and Kelsey both missed their last two. KK gets it, goes to Raven, gets it to KK, who looks like she's about to yam it on somebody and decides not to. Jackie Young. Good take by Jackie Young. Like, is Kelsey might have to play 40 tonight. Kennedy's on 2, so she can't really do anything here. Oh, yeah, KK. Oh, dunk it. Oh. The way she takes her 2 steps in the layup looks like she's about to throw it down on somebody. Raven's really bad on defense. Like, I think we have to talk about that. Like, she'll be a good defender at some stage in her WNBA career, but right now she's terrible. And ironically, again, with Raven, she's been a much better offensive player than we expected her to be. Oh, yeah, Sophie from 28 feet. Sophie Cunningham for 3. Come on. Nalissa Smith on the bike right there. Raven switches on to Jackie Young. Jackie Young gets it to shot clock. Shot clock finds Jackie Young. Why is Steph Talbot open in the corner? That's the only thing she fucking does is shoot the ball. Kelsey Mitchell bricks the free throw. Jewel Lloyd is a layup. And Sophie fouls her. Not ideal. Not ideal. What do you mean Carter's trying to kill folks? He's done nothing. The bionic elbow, yeah. That's a 3. That's a 3. Shit. Of course. Of course they decide against us she's not going to play Kirsten Bell. Why is Kirsten Bell the only player on the bench and there's like 4 gap seats? Look at the Aces bench. It's like Kirsten Bell and there's like 4 seats where nobody's sitting on. I don't hate that shot by Raven. Oh. It is literally Kirsten Bell and nobody beside her. Kirsten Bell's not terrible. She's not good. I don't get it twisted. She's not good. She's not terrible either. Like, she's perfectly fine. But yeah. Not bad. Yeah, not a terrible quarter. But yeah. Someone says someone has pointed out. What? Finally came home from work and I met with us beating Brazil now fever. Ah, you're from Norway. The great land of Erling Haaland. Well, the country of the great land where Erling Haaland grew up and of Alfie Inga Haaland. Unfortunately, Erling Haaland's a great Leeds man. Like, what salary cap are you going off for 2027? The assumed one, which is what they have ages going up. Using the age of money as in increasing the same amount every year. What Bell does, she's a decent shooter and she's kind of big. CC to Sparks. Why would she go to the Sparks? Why would she go to the Sparks? Like, the Sparks, going to the Sparks is easily one of the most dumb places where she could go. Like, it's a terrible team. It's a terribly ran organization. And they don't have any real young players. It is a terrible team. They are a poverty organization. Fever aren't getting rid of Caitlin Clark. Then they're getting rid of Kelsey Mitchell. Like, if you don't believe that they're going to get rid of Caitlin Clark, fine. Then they're getting rid of Kelsey Mitchell because it is not possible for them to get both, to keep both. I don't think people understand. If you lose Kelsey, you get nothing in return. So basically, you're going to stink next year. Like, the Indiana Fever are going to be bad next year. Like, I don't think people understand that the Indiana Fever is going to be Lexi, Mo, Caitlin, Aaliyah, Raven, their draft pick, and an entire team of minimum contract players. They're going to be bad. Like, mediocre at best, they're going to be. Like, unless they change their coach, they're going to be mediocre. Good defense there by Raven. The salary cap goes by $500K next year. Yes, and Aaliyah Boston salary goes up $500K herself next year. Lexi Hull's salary goes up nearly $200K, or it goes up $150K. Caitlin Clark's salary goes on an epic. Goes up $700K. Why are they talking about online hate in the fucking game? Why are we letting shot clock score on us? We've given up 4 points to a fucking shot clock. Oh my god, I actually don't know when, like... I don't know how the Fever are going to score without Kelsey Mitchell on the floor. I actually don't understand how. Is it possible for them to score, us to score without Kelsey Mitchell on the floor? Oh, that's the softest shit ever, Colton Sophie Cunningham. Aaliyah Boston is the same height as Bree Turner. Bree Turner is listed 6'2", Aaliyah is listed 6'5". Oh. Shout out, Raven. The Fever get Plum Dog next year. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. She's not leaving LA. She went to LA for a reason. She's not leaving LA unless it's to go to Golden State or New York. Oh, that's so harsh. That's so harsh. That's so harsh. Where is CC going? I don't know. Wherever the Fever want to send her. I don't think this is going to be like a, core designation. I think they're just going to trade her. Fucking Nalissa! We're getting cooked by shot clock in Nalissa right here. They don't even have Jackie Young on the floor. Kelsey Mitchell's already tight. What's Aaliyah doing? What exactly is Aaliyah doing? Oh, it's not going to be Caitlin's choice whether she stays or not, by the way. It's Indiana's choice. Caitlin's not going to demand a trade. Like, if Indiana want to keep Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin's gone. It's kind of that simple. No, Nalissa Smith looked so bad in Dallas. Let's be very clear. She looked completely garbage in Dallas. Alicia Gray, the Fever. She's on a 3-year max contract. The Fever can't afford. Literally can't afford Alicia Gray. Unless they want to get rid of Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark. Kelsey Mitchell has a loud 7 points here. She is a real loud 7 points. We're at 11 for 26 from the field. Okay. Chelsea Gray only has 2. Jackie's got 7. Fucking shot clock. Are we really going to lose to our old shot clock, like? Why would you trade away $1 million meal ticket if you had it? I don't think you people understand. Every Caitlin Clark jersey goes to the league. The Fever make more money, will make more money if Caitlin Clark goes somewhere new and she sells 1 million jerseys than if Caitlin Clark stays and doesn't sell 1 million jerseys. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, Caitlin Clark does not make the Indiana Fever organization that much money. You can make the argument she makes the city of Indiana a lot of money from, like, people coming to watch games and going, and like gate revenue. The Fever aren't making money on gate revenue this year. They're opening their full stadium for like 13, 14,000 people at it. They are not making money in gate revenue. The Fever will lose sponsors. Yeah, that's probably the one thing. Sorry, the city of Indianapolis. Apologies, state of Indiana. The Indiana Fever are making a lot of money. They are not making that much money because of Caitlin Clark anymore. The new CBA, if Herb stayed on Halliburton, like, it's literally, like, this is the choice. Let's just say, hypothetically, Houston get the number 1 overall pick. You could get the number 1 pick, Aaliyah Edwards, and fuck it, Gianna Neepkins, and number 1. And Sanaya Rivers. You get Aaliyah Edwards, Sanaya Rivers, Gianna Neepkins, and number 1. So you have all 4 of those: Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, Monique Billings. Or you could have Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Monique Billings, Lexi Hull. No draft capital. The 14th pick in the draft. Like, if it was, like, there's no basketball reason. There's no smart basketball reason. Because Kelsey doesn't have any value in a signing trade. There's no smart basketball reason to keep Caitlin Clark. Because they fucked it. They have fucked it. They have no interest in getting rid of Caitlin Clark. I agree. There's potential in that. But, like, the Indiana Fever are going to be a perpetual 6th seed because of how they've... Or will be a 6th seed next year because of how they've set up their contracts. They're fucked. And players don't take pay cuts to come to Indiana like they do take pay cuts to go to Vegas. Like they take pay cuts to go to LA or New York. They don't take pay cuts to come to Indiana. How's the point fraud doing? She just passed the ball to Lexi Hull, and is like 1 of 6 from the field, and just didn't play any help defense while Lexi Hull ran in an open layup. She just literally passed the ball to Lexi Hull, and Lexi Hull went coast to coast. And she's like 1 of 5. Yep, she's an RFA. If she doesn't sign the Epic, she's an RFA, which means they have to match what another team bids on her, which is going to be the Supermax. Another team will offer a Supermax and RFA, and you cannot afford to have 2 players on a Supermax. Like, if Caitlin doesn't sign the Epic extension, the Indiana Fever can't afford her after year 4. So, like, it is what it is. Why is Cheyenne Parker Tyus chucking threes? This is a really bad game of basketball. Like, Indiana are the lesser of the 2 bad teams, but, like, they're just running around. Like, what are they doing? They're just kind of running around in circles. Ty Harris just shot a spinning contested elbow jumper. Like, but yeah. What are they calling here? Like, what are they trying to call here? She just a reckless closeout. She just did a 360. She did a 360 from the elbow. No. That is... I don't even know if that's a foul. I don't know if that's even a foul. I don't... If there's a... Like... That sets... If that's a reckless closeout, that sets a bad precedent. Like, that is a shot 8 feet from the basket where 2 defenders just contested, and then she landed on the helped offside defender. Like, if that is a reckless closeout, that sets an awful precedent. No one jumped at the shooter. Chelsea Gray stood there. She didn't move. She didn't even contest the shot. She just stood there because there's a whole bunch of people there because it's in the key. And then she landed on someone's foot in the key. Like, if that is a reckless closeout, that basically means anytime someone takes a layup and lands on someone's foot, it's a reckless closeout. Like, common foul, yeah. I don't even know if that was a common foul. I don't even know if that was a common foul. But shout out Ty Harris for pulling up for that 360 jump shot from the elbow. I guess. Like, again, they double down. They double down. Ty Harris, like I love how they're just confirming is running her Connecticut system. And which were their lowest scores in the WNBA in 2024. Like, genuinely, like, they are unironically, they are better running that system with Ty Harris. But, like, why the fuck would you have Caitlin Clark and say, I'm going to run a system that was the lowest scoring system in 2024? I'm going to make us play like a team who scored the least points of any team in the league in 2024. Steph White, we're not going to be able to outscore our opponents. They can't guard anybody. They just play slower. Like, people are acting like they played good defense today. They haven't. They've just played slower. And if you play slower basketball, you don't get beaten in transition as often. You don't scramble as much. And it's easier to keep scoring down low the less you score. Why is Jewel Lloyd guarding Kelsey Mitchell? We'll take that. Oh! Oh, Maisha just got Alyssa pretty bad there. Fuck. Oh, wait. I can't see the score. I need to do it. We need to do it. It's that time of the year again. Oh, that's nowhere near as hard as it looked in game. Oh, okay. We're doing it. Alyssa's at the free throw line. Come on. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to stand up. To do it. I can do it here. I can stand up. Alyssa's at the free throw line. Oh, I mistimed it. What's happening here? I need to get the knees have to be in. Alyssa's gone to the side. Why is she gone to the side? I need to do an Alyssa Smith free throw. What am I doing? The Alyssa Smith. Oh, she's bleeding. All right. Free throw's coming. Gotta get the knees right first. Knees have to be in like this. Okay, she's waiting for the ball. Still. Okay. She's got the pass. The knees are in like this. Oh, come on. Show the free throw, not Asia. There we go. And in. We're doing the Alyssa Smith. That's a break from Kelsey. Ooh, unlucky. She made both. Yeah. First time I've ever seen her do that in her career. Has Kennedy Carter touched the ball? I'm being dead serious. Has Carter touched the ball? And she misses the shot. The Fever are really bad at giving up offensive rebounds to Jewel Lloyd. That fucked them last year in Game 5. Okay. Leah gets the Billings, and they just don't guard Kelsey Mitchell on the break. Good shot, Kelsey. Yeah, as soon as I said, has she touched the ball, she took a shot. Why is Nalissa Smith shooting threes? We're going to win this game. We might win this game, you know. Shout out Lexi. Shout out Lexi. Oh, wow. Good shot by Joe Lloyd. They calling that reckless closer or something? Why is Kennedy kicking the ball to Smith? I actually don't know. No, I think it's just a timeout called. Her contract's a great deal. Is that a joke? Is that a joke? Even Jewel Lloyd had scored in this game? Kelsey Mitchell hooping though. Jewel Lloyd, 9. Kelsey Mitchell's hooping. Gotta say. 10 assists to 3 turnovers. We've never seen that from the Fever before. Oh shit, the England-Mexico game delayed by an hour. Where do I think LeBron's next team will be? I don't know. I really don't know. Caitlin playing the All-Star game, almost certainly. Just Caitlin playing the All-Star game. What? Someone said I'm dead serious. Check 2024 and 2025. What? What are you on about? This version of Kennedy's missing her normal confidence. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Kennedy Carter today. I don't know what's wrong with her, but I hope it continues. Clark back for the Sparks Wednesday. I would assume so. No guarantee, but I would assume so. I would assume so. Her value in 2024, 2025. She's getting paid $800K. They chose her over Kelsey Mitchell. She's a hustle player. She was barely more productive than Ariel Powers, who's not in the league. Shout out Alyssa. Keep bricking for us. Keep bricking for us. If Lexi hit that 3, if Lexi goes and gives us double digits today, I'll be annoyed. Jewel Lloyd's kind of giving us the business here. Lexi Hull, yes, Lexi Hull helped them win games as their 5th best starter. Like, you don't pay your 5th best starter like she's an all-star. She's like one of the 25 highest paid players in the league. They're paying her like she's a borderline all-star. And was the 5th best starter on those teams. Where's Kelsey Mitchell goes if she leaves? I have no idea. Whoever has money and wants her. That's unlucky, Kelsey. Not bad defense. No, Kate B out. She'll probably play Wednesday. Oh. Chelsea Gray looks hurt. Yeah, I don't know anything about Basalt. We just haven't seen her. I expect 500K too much. 500K, no. She's probably if she was being paid 500K, that's like the upper end of her market value is 500K. She's getting paid 850K next year. Does Kelsey have 3 fouls? Does she? 3's nothing really to be worried about. 2, nothing to be worried about. Unlucky Elliott. That's fine. We'll take that. The Aces are winning this game here. As of right now, they're winning this game. Yeah, no one's scoring 100 in this game. Oh. Good box out, Raven. That's bullshit. Oh, it's happening again. It's happening again, lads. It's happening again. Okay. You know, we're ready. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. All right. She's waiting. She's waiting. Still not getting the ball. Okay. Ball's there. Knees have to be in. Okay. Knees in. Knees in. Okay. It's getting faster. It used to be the big, long wind-up. All right. Come on, Sophie's just subbed in. Come on. We're here. We're here. Let's go. Bounce. Brink. Let's go. Come on. Kelsey gets it to Lexi. Fair, folks. Lexi, good shot. Did it go in? Was it in time? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Sorry, 0.1. It's good. Lexi Hull with the shot. It's good. Shout out Lexi having a really good game here. That's 8. A lot more than her season average. But yeah. Awful game. Awful game, but if you win, it's better to win ugly than to lose, I guess. Or do you win ugly? The crowd looks asleep. It's really shit basketball. It's really shit basketball. Gonna be very honest, it is really, really shit basketball. But that was a great shot there by Lexi. It's stress-free at least. Yeah, absolutely. There's no reason to get angry. Like, I'm trying to just, bring something into this game. Hence why I'm mimicking Liz Smith's free throws every time she steps up. But yeah. Caitlin's still going at the refs. Yeah. I mean, this is Caitlin Clark. Let's not forget. This is Caitlin Clark. Entertainment value on live still high. I mean, it has to be because I'm the only fucking person doing it. Like, it is. You would have thought non-Caitlin Clark games, albeit again, there's not many people looking for watch-alongs when people are streaming the game live here. People are streaming the game live, so there's no point really going into watch-alongs. And then, like, obviously, I'm pretty sure, like, Fly Hippie's probably. Okay, no, people are Keep Division's live. He's live, so I'm not the only. I'm not the only one live. I don't know, there's a few others. Jesus, I just have to scroll down a little bit. Even Fly Hippie's live. I don't know, there's a good few live. There's a good few. But, yeah, obviously the way to go, unfortunately, this year is to despise Stephanie White, and I don't despise Stephanie White as a human like some others do. I'd be making a lot more money if I did, that's for sure. I gotta say, I would be making a lot more money if I despised Stephanie White as a human. And welcome to CC going to the refs. Lexi Hull hit a buzzer beater, and the refs said no good, even though it was in time. Like, comfortably in time. Comfortably in time. But yeah. It is what it is. Venom's watching, looking for fake stories. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, everything's so secretive and weird that it's not hard to kind of go off the edge, or not even off the edge, like go into a more extreme. Like, it's not a hard thing to do. And when it's all said and done, like, we'll find out in a year's time whether or not someone's been too extreme with their opinions, or whether they've been on the money all along. Like, I'm not gonna fucking. Anyone that's further off the edge when it comes to Stephanie White and the Indiana Fever than me, I'm not gonna judge any of that until we see what the final outcome of this is, because there's very well I could be wrong. I could be wrong with it. Watching illegal YouTube me split screen. Oh, that's cool. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I think a fun video would be to predict what team, if any, with a top 6 pick would trade it. Like, Connecticut or Houston obviously would. If they get number 1, obviously. Portland, obviously. Toronto, obviously. Washington, I don't know, because they have to pay Kitron. Seattle, obviously. Like, it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult for one of those low teams to not trade for Caitlin. And then the Valks would. The Aces, no. The Wings, no. I'm trying to just think of like teams that wouldn't trade for Caitlin. The Dream, no. Dream, no. Aces, no. Liberty, no. Lynx, no. Sky can't, but they would. LA, no. Even if Juju's there. I don't. If Juju's there, I think you give up number 1 for Caitlin, but that's it. That's it. You give up Juju for Caitlin. Like, I think if Juju's there, you give up one with nothing else for Caitlin. Like, that's what I would do. I would consider that. Like, I think there's 14 teams in the WNBA that would let her play her game. It's just unfortunate that she's not on any of those 14 teams. Caitlin's not going anywhere, but like, I mean, there's a 20% chance she is. Like, they are very much in a position where one of Kelsey or Caitlin are gone. And look, especially if they pull off a win in this game and then suddenly they lose to the Sparks on Wednesday and then they win on Thursday in the back-to-back, and suddenly it turns out that, okay, the record this year without Caitlin Clark is 3-0 or 4-0, and the record with Caitlin Clark is like barely over 500. Then it's like, okay, we clearly have a direction that'll go. It's like, do we want to be a better team short term, or do we want to keep Caitlin long term? And that has to be that is a discussion that's going on. There is no world in which that discussion is not going on. FIFA can't afford Caitlin next year. They can absolutely afford Caitlin next year. Who said they can't afford Caitlin next year? They can absolutely afford her. They can give her the max next year. They just can't keep Kelsey Mitchell. I just realized Toronto can't afford Caitlin without giving up. Yeah, Toronto can't afford Caitlin without rerouting Sykes or Mabry. They'd have to reroute Sykes or Mabry. She seems like she wants to stay close to family. Like, Caitlin's nowhere near her family. She's at a level of rich where she can just private jet if she's somewhere to her family. She's nowhere near. The Fever's too close to salary cap. Yeah, they're too close to this salary cap. The salary cap bumps up. Like, Mo Billings is less of a salary cap hit this year than she is last year. And I'm being very honest. Like, again, if Kelsey Mitchell's there, yeah, on a regular max or even $1 million, even with the upping of the salary cap, even if it's $1 million, which is like what, 300k would be 300k below the max or something. they can't afford Caitlin. But like, they're just not doing it. She's close to Connor though. It's like, you do realize their seasons don't overlap, right? The G League season and the WNBA season don't overlap. By the time Connor's job is done with the G League, the WNBA season starts. You don't have to live in market. You don't have to live in market. Actually, you can still live in Indiana. She makes more money than Connor. Yes. By, like, what would a G League assistant coach make? $150K a year? Like, we're not deciding. We're discussing. Like, what? It's something I hate. People are like, oh, you're deciding the future for it. No, we're discussing sports. Trades are a thing. Free agency is a thing. Looking at salary cap and looking at the future is a fucking thing. People were discussing whether or not the Celtics were going to keep Jaylen Brown all season. All season. No, obviously, everybody understands the Golden State Valkyries getting Caitlin Clark would make them the best team in the league. They have everything but an offensive engine. And Caitlin specifically is the player they need. Why? Because she's one of the best players at generating open shots. And the Valks don't shoot a lot of open shots. They shoot a lot of contested shots. Like, the Celtics traded the finals MVP from 2 years ago because they think Peyton Pritchard is going to be Jalen Brunson. And the Mavs traded Luka. Like, I don't think people understand, like, the Mavs trade Luka. And again, there is one human being that would sign off on any Caitlin Clark trade, and it's her coach. The same human being that said the Mavs were better without Luka when Luka was still on the Mavs. Her coach's mentor, who is, again, Stephanie White has talked plenty of times, after games I talk to my mentors. Her coach's mentor believes the Fever are better without Caitlin. Stephanie White would absolutely sign off on a Caitlin Clark trade. Maybe not getting rid of human Caitlin Clark. But I don't think you understand that, like, Natalie Nakase is heartless. She doesn't give a shit. Like, we were like, oh, Golden State coach doesn't like her. It's like, who cares? She would literally trade anyone on that team not named Gabby Williams for Caitlin Clark. Oh, it's super cheap. It's super cheap if you just happen to be in Indiana. Like, one thing I really regret is I regret not going to Phoenix in 2024. Going to Phoenix in 2024 would have been really cool for that All-Star weekend. And just being around it. Like last year, with everything with the visa situations, like, as a content creator, it's a little bit iffy going to America, just because if you're going to America and if the person you see on the day is just in a bad mood, you're never allowed in America again. So I'm like, oh. So I'm a little bit iffy about it. If I have to go, I have to go. But I'm going to go to see her play in Canada. Which would be a fun one. Her first game in Canada. Where's Haley Van Lith? In Dev Hell in Connecticut. Is the first game in Canada? Yes, it is her first game in Canada. Tickets as low as $114. You're fucking shitting me. It's $10 to go watch her play in Gamebridge. Oh. Fever versus Tempo. Tickets. I need. Tickets as low as $114. Oh no, I'm not scared to come to the US. It's just to be safe. Like, so we basically go through pre-clearance here, where you go through kind of immigration here. But like my sister is like as a PhD in biotech, and they've all been told basically in her industry, don't go to conferences because apparently like they're worried about people in certain industries going over and taking jobs. So all it takes is you say something and they just get a bad vibe off you. If they don't like the look of you and they're just like, you know what, we have a bad feeling, you're not getting in. You're basically never allowed back in America again. Because you can only get in on an ESTA visa. And if you're going on a trip and if your ESTA ever gets denied, you have to go and get a visa. And there's like a 3-month waiting period. There's a 90-day waiting period. So you have to book everything 3 months in advance to actually get a meeting with an embassy to get a visa. So it's like, I don't want to have to wait 3 months to get any visas if it happens that someone doesn't like the look of me in the next couple of years. Oh shit, the third quarter started. She's on the Sun. No. She's not on the Sun. She's in Dev Hell on the Sun. She's in Dev Hell. There's a big difference between being on the roster and being in development hell. Okay. Parker Tice is really bad. Not a guarantee to cap bump up. I think it is because the TV contract already got renegotiated, so it's a guarantee. How did Lexi not just tear her ACL there? She went down weird. Oh wow, Aaliyah's actually just cooking Parker Tice here. What is Nalissa Smith doing? I like this Lexi. As she misses 2. I need to stop talking. How the fuck was she an all-star? She's been terrible. Or hear me out. You got to stretch. And play Aaliyah Boston as a modern ball center. It's a good shot by Aaliyah. Yeah, Aaliyah's obviously much improved as a shooter. Lex used line drive, yeah. But like, kind of know that. That is not a foul. Chelsea Gray just did a spinneroonie and then jumped into Lexi. Oh my god. I don't know what they're doing with Passat. We know she's in dev hell, but we don't know anything else than that. Like, other than factually being in dev hell, I have no idea. SGA foul betting for Vegas, yeah. Passat's just there to be Vance Luton's bench buddy. Aaliyah is cooking Parker Tyus here. It's a great shot. Wow. It's a really good shot. Oh, there's no need to make foul there, AB. How do you stop refs calling incidental and no contact as fouls? You can't, unfortunately. I don't control the refs. I wish I did. I don't, unfortunately, control the refs. Maybe blame Cathy like the players are doing. Passat has had some lower leg and knee issues. I mean, based on... Wow. Great shot by Aaliyah there. Gotta give Aaliyah credit. Like, she really is shooting the shit out of the ball this year. Jesus, Chelsea Gray is really struggling. She's really... What's she, like 1 of 7? Fever off has lied about what? Shit, Aaliyah has 15 points and 10 shots. 1 of 4. She's shooting 66% from 3, but 25% from the line. Whole shot counted, yeah. Why are they putting Jewel Lloyd and Kelsey Mitchell? I don't really get this. Oh, shot clock did a good job there. Such injuries preseason, yeah. Are people still on saying she's an injury from preseason? Okay. Win or lose is the way Stephanie White wants to play. Yeah. Yeah. Like, the Fever don't win playing this style with Caitlin Clark. It is actually unfortunate. Okay, Sophie. Good shot. I mean, if it was cheap and you were in Vegas, you might as well, but it's been a pretty grim game. Like, good shot by Jackie Young. Kind of, the ball moves better. It does, and it doesn't. They don't generate as many open shots, so the ball does move better. Like, Ty Harris doesn't do anything. Like, Ty actually does not do anything. She just kind of stands there and passes the ball side to side and hopes for the best. Like, Steph's system needs an east-west. Like, point guard doesn't need touches. Like, it is, man. Like it's clear there's two different teams, but she does what Stephanie White needs her to do. Like, I think stylistically they're two just entirely different teams. Like, I don't think they're up in this game. If they tried to play this way, play this style with CC. Like, her system relies on a point guard. PG doesn't need the ball. Like, it's rising on Mario Chalmers type point guard who just moves the ball side to side. Like, it is what it is. Like, if you're not watching this game, if you're not seeing what Ty Harris is doing, or you don't understand, you might not understand basketball at all. Like, she's +8 in this game, she's leading plus minus. Like, if you don't understand what Ty Harris is doing in this system, you don't understand ball. Like kind of a low maintenance point guard. It hadn't even low maintenance point guard. Harris 5. It doesn't even really matter. Like, it's a role. They need a role player point guard. Like that's all her job is. Her job is, when Aaliyah has to make a tough pass to Kelsey Mitchell, her job is just be a link between the two of them. What do you mean by low maintenance? If she doesn't touch the ball for 4 offenses, it doesn't matter. Like, her job is you dribble the ball up the floor, pass it to whichever one of Kelsey or Aaliyah are open, and then when she gets the ball, unless she is wide open for 3, pass to whichever other one of those is open, or Sophie Cunningham. It's like they need Mario Chalmers. Like, the 2011 Heat wouldn't have been, or 2012 and 2013 Heat, like, if you gave them fucking prime Steve Nash, not even prime Steve Nash, Steve Nash at that stage, they would have been better with Chalmers. Okay, 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. Is Kelsey Mitchell going to chuck up something here? Oh no, what Sophie was trying to do there? Oh, Fever get it back somehow. Which coach in the W know to coach Caitlin? Literally any coach that's willing to adapt. Like, they're all good basketball coaches now. There's no Christy Sides. There's no Tanisha Wright. There's no Chris Coughlin. Literally, the only bad coach is Tyler Marsh. And even Steph's not a bad coach. He's the wrong coach. Marsh is the only bad coach left in the W. Oh my god, shot clock just fumbled the rebound. Why do teams always soft hedge on Kelsey Mitchell? Whereas possession of the game, they still got it. Oh yeah. I mean, we've given him 6 points to shot clock, but still, we'll take that. Don't know where the foul was there, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll absolutely take that one. But yeah. Yeah, the PA. So Kelsey Mitchell working on her PhD. Whoa, like as a full-time player, what PhD are you working on if you're able to do that? Okay, she got it on the wrist, yeah. The Fever gonna win this fucking game. The Fever gonna win this game. The Aces suck, but still. This is actually a good win. If they're 3-0, good finish, Kelsey. Fucking hell. Oh, Kelsey's a fantastic cut. Fantastic cut. Oh. What day? So we've got Monday and Tuesday for the Fever. Better without Caitlin. Oh my god, if she stinks it up on Wednesday. Oh no. The Fever. Yeah, I don't understand why Kennedy hasn't come back in. Kennedy has had negative impact. She's taken one shot. Vegas seems to be betting on this game. I mean, they've been garbage. Asia, yeah, they literally said Asia. Becky Hammond said Asia could have played tonight. They didn't think they needed her. I love Sophie chucking. Oh, KK assist. KK with the assist. Shot clock I call for the offensive foul. Thank you for the $2. LBW Ret. Fever can win the crown if CC has the ball and dominance. I mean, they're about to fucking win again without her. Like, she plans to finish it. When did she start? Like, off-season PhDs? Like, it's... I don't know. Anyone I know who's on a PhD has been doing it full-time, 12 months a year, pretty much, for 4 years. Oh, you turned over saying, you're not wrong. 16 assists to 4 turnovers. Not wrong. As I've said, there are basketball reasons to trade Caitlin Clark. Not saying they're better without her. I'm saying they're not enough worse without her to justify her having her trade value there. Yes, they are undefeated without Caitlin. They're undefeated without Caitlin. Vegas are the home team. And they also said it's something to Sophie. Jeez, they're winning this quarter by 12. Bree Turner is actually the worst basketball player I've ever seen. Fever undefeated Boston out, yeah. What the fuck is that, Kelsey? Okay. Good job getting it yourself. I like Raven pulling with confidence. Unlucky Kelsey. Good job, Raven. Oh, that's not your foul. Kelsey's 21. Shit. What does Raven have here? 4. Raven's been good today. I'm pissed they're better without Caitlin. They are, I mean, it's a big difference saying they're better without Caitlin and they're potentially going to beat the Aces without Angel Wilson and with whatever the fuck is wrong with Kennedy Carter. But they're hitting everything today. They're playing well. Like Raven, that was a pointless foul. The Fever gave up 111 points, mostly without Caitlin Clark against Phoenix. Oh, fair fucks, Kelsey. That's an open layup. They're better at a sleep aid without Caitlin. I agree with that too. But you know what? I don't think they care that much about being, an attractive team to watch more so than they care about winning. It's a great shot by Jackie Young. Shit. This is Kelsey's team. I mean, like, I don't think people understand, like, I wouldn't, like, begrudge the Indiana Fever for saying this is Kelsey Mitchell's team. We're trying to build around her. I think it's dumb, but, like, if they want to say that, that's fine. Like, there are legitimate arguments to that. Jackie Young dribbles in circles a bit. Chelsea Gray gets swatted by Aaliyah. Steph Talbot trips over her own feet by the looks of things. And there's a jump ball. Kelsey Mitchell's so hot and cold, though. She is and she's not. Like, she's averaging 24 over her last 5 or 6 games. So Vegas were gone off first place. Yeah. Trying to make Caitlin play in this system is not going to work. Just trading Caitlin's better than trying. Why are they the wrong side on a jump ball? Raven sometimes forgets the rules of basketball. She really does sometimes forget the rules of basketball. Why would you take... You can't trade a dev for a dev player. Like, you can't trade for a dev contract. Oof. Like, Candy Car shooting like 70% of the field, so this isn't bad. That's an exaggeration. It's like 60, but still. Our field goal percentage is way higher than Arike's this year. Arike's shooting 33% of the field. Tyara's playing really well. She's playing very well. Like, the thing is, like, if the Fever are like, this is the way we want to play, you can't possibly fit Caitlyn into this system. You genuinely just can't. It's not something that's ever going to happen. So if they want to play this way, you be smart about it. Like, don't tank her trade value. Get a fucking king's ransom for her. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's dribbled off her own feet. The Fever can't lose this game. Oh, didn't even get a shot off. Shit. Yeah, the Aces look really bad here. They look really, really bad. But yeah, this game is a pretty good sleep aid. Two first, 2 second, and Lexi contract. The Fever or an... I wonder what like an actual one would be like. Jade Melbourne. Do you reckon Jade Melbourne and 2 firsts would do it? Is Kelsey Mitchell's team? Yeah. Yeah. Nice play by Kelsey Mitchell at the end. Yeah, but I mean, they're up 13 points. They're up 13. Like, anybody seen Book Kate? I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's Caitlin's league, yeah, but it might be Kelsey's team. Might be Kelsey's team. And yeah. She likes vets. Phoenix could be a trade partner. What would you have to give up? What would Phoenix have? What would Phoenix, genuinely, what would Phoenix have? What would they have? Like, I don't know what Phoenix would have. Like, you couldn't get Alyssa Thomas for Caitlin, as in, like, it doesn't work. You're still losing Kelsey Mitchell. You're still losing Kelsey Mitchell there. Like you can the only way you can make the Caitlin trade work is if your salary cap situation gets better. So you sign a bunch of you either get a bunch of picks or a bunch of young players, and Phoenix have neither. Like you would have to go and get like Okoa McCanny, Suarez, Mac. Oh, I have no idea, but like it would be that type of things. I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't do that. And then picks that aren't going to be good picks. And then you would have to trade Lissa Thomas for somebody else because Kate and Lissa Thomas couldn't play with each other. Yeah, you'd have to give up all those. And you need a third team, maybe fourth team. And like Seattle wouldn't give up either Malonga or Awa. You would have to give up it would be like Flaugier, it would be like Flaugier and their first this year, which could be number one. Like Flaugier and 2 firsts. She's going to retire in Indy. She's retiring without a ring then. This organization's not getting them a ring. Are you fucking kidding me? This organization's poverty. It's like if LeBron stayed in Cleveland. If LeBron stayed in Cleveland his entire career, he was never winning a ring. They were incompetent. And they were more competent than this organization. Cleveland didn't want to give up J.J. Hickson for Amari Stoudemire in LeBron's last year and pushed him out the door. Like, oh, LeBron might not leave. We want to keep J.J. Hickson. And they're also up 15 against the Aces in a team that Caitlin's never beat, who they're probably going to lose to next week. Fucking hell. Raven Johnson's playing well here. LeBron won championship Cleveland. Yeah, after they got 3 number 1 picks in 4 years. And we're able to trade 2 of them for Kevin Love. Wow. Fever are cooking here. Oh my god. Aaliyah has hit another 3. And like they're gonna possibly hold Vegas in the 70s as well. When they give 80 to 90 as a team with Caitlin. Well, that's a foul. How are the Fever winning? They could be up more. They could genuinely be up more here. This is not a close game. This has been a demolition in the second half. Yeah. There's no way they lose this game, right? There's no way. Oh, God. No, they're not losing a 16-point lead with 8 minutes to go. They're just not. The Fever are known for falling apart, but they're not going to do it. They're just not. Okay, good job, Raven. They play the Aces again next week. Can I start talking England, Mexico in 15 minutes? I kind of want this game to end in 15 minutes so I can watch that. The Fever are not losing this game. What did Fever get for CC? They got 4 young assets, whether that's 4 good young assets, as in a good young player and 3 potentially high picks, or 2 good young players, 2 high picks. 4 good young assets, which are good for the salary cap. Oh, look, Ilya. But like, Vegas have been very bad here. But India played well. Maisha Hines-Allen's knocked Smith on her ass a few times here. Maisha's... Is that flagrant? Is that flagrant? Tebow. All he does is win Tim Tebow. I don't know Tim Tebow for anything other than a Skip Bayless music video. Or when Skip Bayless said he was bigger than Kobe. Am I right in saying he was a quarterback and then tried to make a comeback into the NFL in a completely different position? Oh, and Alyssa missed. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. They're not doing it. They're not. They're just not. Oh my god, shot clock out of board. Oh my god. They're just not. They're not losing this. They're not losing this game. Like in a minute, it's gone from 16 to 11. They're not. They're just not. Warm the Leeds jersey up. I don't have it. It's on the wall. It's on the wall, and it's on my dartboard. Oh, thank God Jackie Young missed that layup. Oh my God. Oh my God, she bricked a layup. They've got so much time. They're not choking this one. They're just not. How do they celebrate July the 4th in Ireland? By going to sleep for whatever they have planned for July the 5th. Why would we celebrate July the 4th in Ireland? We don't even celebrate our independence from the Brits. In wearing American flag t-shirts the 5th of July. It's the 5th of July. Why would we celebrate Thanksgiving in Ireland? We celebrate Black Friday though, if that means anything. More than half of the Irish live in the US. Someone who's great granddad moved over to Ireland in 1700s, and you've never been to Ireland in your life, or like, I don't know, that's not an Irish person. Yeah. Like, they're not choking this game. They're just not. They're just not. They're not losing this game. They're not losing this game. Oh, bollocks. They're not. Okay. Thank God Vegas are terrible. Like, Bree Turner's on the floor. Good job, MHA. I don't understand why Bree Turner's in the game. Like, that's a major reason why Fever are ahead here is Bree Turner. Fever don't have to guard her. Why are we watching Ty Harris ISOs? Put in Vandersloot. I mean, I wouldn't mind having Vandersloot on our team. She looks really good so far this year. But, like, unfortunately, Vandersloot does not play for either of these teams. Like, thank God the Aces can't score. Lexi Magna ball today is nuts. Like, she shot 3 of them today. The Aces are really bad without AJ Wilson. They're really bad. What's Bree Turner's plus minus here? Minus 15. Like, this has been a horrendous showing. Horrendous showing from Vegas, but the Fever have been all right. Like, you absolutely... Is Gustin better than you thought? No, I always thought Meg Gustin was good. Like, you've seen it at times, which he's been... Anytime Meg Gustin's been allowed, given minutes and given a role, she's been really good. Everywhere. The term hole comes from Old English. Or it's a place. It's also a place. It's also a place in England. Like, like, boring game. Unbelievably boring. Kenny Carr's taking 2 shots. The Aces all for the edge. I agree. I really do agree with that. But, like, they still nearly beat the Liberty and they beat the Sky. So, not that bad. Can we just end this game right now so I can go and watch Mexico beat England? Like, Indiana haven't been good. The Indiana, you know what? They've been the better by 100 miles the better of these two teams. They've been way by 100 miles better these two teams. Yeah, but if you play the Steph White system, you want Kelsey Mitchell to be like that. I kind of like that matchup zone. Because they actually passed off their players okay there. I actually kind of like that matchup zone. She's used zone so many times. It's not really worked. I actually kind of like that matchup zone though. What's the expected points? Fever up 20. Fever will always have solid ratings without Caitlin. They always will. They're always going to have them. Basically tied at halftime, yeah. They've conceded 21 points in the second half. Aces really need AJ. Yeah, they do. I mean, Kelsey's cooking. Kelsey's fine. Malonga, Pham, and Flaugier for Caitlin. Do you think Seattle... do you think the Seattle GM is brain dead? You wouldn't get Malonga or Awa straight up for Caitlin. Just letting you know. It's Flaugier and a first for Caitlin. Like, that's what you would get from Seattle is Flaugier and a first. Maybe Flaugier and 2 firsts. But you're not getting either of Malonga or Pham. So why am I here watching? Because it is my job to watch these games. It is my job. I get paid a decent amount for this. A lot more than I would as a teacher. That's all I'll say. Fam at a first for Caitlin. Seattle says no. Seattle says no. There's no way Seattle say yes to that trade. You want CC in the playoffs? I mean, yeah, it would be ideal to see her in the playoffs, but I don't know. Caitlin Clark would accept the trade. Yeah, she doesn't have to. You think Luca knew what was happening? Think Tash Cloud knew what was happening when Phoenix went for her? The trade deadline does not pass till like the end of August. Thank you, Post, for $10. Really appreciate that for sticking out the entire game. Yeah. Kennedy Carr isn't even looking at the basket. Oh, God. Great pass. You know, there's a bit of wind there. Kirsten Bell is playing paper toss there. That might be a travel. Okay. Okay, that's kind of crazy there by Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, you do realize though. Oh, Van Sluten's coming in. Why is Bree Hall not in? Or Dantas? Van Sluten, your guard and Bree Turner way too close here. You do not guard Bree Turner. Staying up late, I'm gonna watch the England game. I have to get a. So I'm just gonna go. I have to go and I have to get a procedure done on Tuesday. So I can't eat from like 1 p.m. tomorrow till Tuesday, till like 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Tuesday. So I am going to go home, go back. I'm gonna put on some like chicken tenders and eat them and watch the England game. And be like, yeah, that's the last thing I can eat for whatever 2 days nearly. Okay. Maisha's big. What do you mean Vander? Like Vander Blue, the former NBA player? I called Vegas by 15. I mean, I was very wrong with this game. Master, your lung is shit. Oh no, I have to get CT scans on my lung every year. It's a really shit one. No, I'm just having really bad stomach issues. Which they're like 80% sure it's just something stress related, but they just need to make sure. Sure, all's good. So, yeah, the Indiana Fever just destroyed the Aces. I'm surprised. I really am. I thought the Aces were going to put up better fight than this. I thought Indy were solid. I thought Indy were really, really solid here. I don't think Indy were anything special, but I think they showed up and played their game. They played the Steph White style. They played the game. They played the game they needed to play, and I feel like they did well. They did genuinely well, and I feel like everybody stepped up. Like Lexi was hitting some crazy shot clock shots. Like Lexi ended up with 10. Sophie went 3 of 6 from 3, or 3 of 5 from 3. All were like super deep shots. I thought Raven offensively was very good. Defensively, I thought she was a bit iffy. I thought Ty Harris was really good today again. She's just that role player point guard. But again, it is the big two. It's Kelsey Mitchell and it's Aaliyah Boston. Like, that is where this team goes, especially when Caitlin's not playing. Aaliyah Boston was letting it fly from 3 and it was going in. Aaliyah Boston was absolutely letting it fly from 3. Kelsey Mitchell, another 27-point game. And I'm going to be real. Like, I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, but the way Stephanie White wants this team to play, Kelsey Mitchell could be an MVP. The way Stephanie White wants this team to play. I'm not saying the way they play when Caitlin Clark's on the floor. The way she would ideally have this team play. They're better off with Ty Harris at the point. Like, it is mad to say this, but like, it's like saying, I don't know, if you had, hypothetically, Kyrie Irving is better all time than Chauncey Billups. But if you replace or is a better basketball player than Chauncey Billups. But if you replace Chauncey Billups with Kyrie Irving on those Pistons teams, they would have been worse. So I'm like, it feels a bit weird. Someone just said whisper. What happened? Oh, like Becky Hammond with Stephanie White. I mean, I still want anything to be lip read, to be honest. But it was a really weird one. It was a really weird one where it's like the Aces looked disinterested. Like, they looked disinterested. Chelsea Gray looked she looked like she didn't give a shit. Jackie Young was missing layups. Jewel Lloyd actually had a really good first half. Nalissa struggled a little bit. Cheyenne Parker-Tyus did all right early. Bree Turner is just terrible. And Kennedy Carter looked like she didn't want to be there. They looked just disinterested. But it doesn't really matter if your opponents look disinterested. Your job is to come out and win. And the Indiana Fever are now in a 3-game win streak against Vegas without Caitlin Clark. And yeah, this is a good overall, like, this is kind of what you want. You want these wins. You want to be in a position where you are 12-8. So, like, where do Indiana go here? Do Indiana go 3rd or 4th seed or something? Like, where did the Fever go at 12-8? So, looking at standings, 12-8. Sorry, they're 6th seed. I didn't realize Dallas were 13-8. So if they go and beat LA, they're tied 4th, which is something where it's like you just assume that they're going to win that game. So they go in tied 4th if they win that game, and it's like they're a game behind the Valks in 3rd, and 2 games behind the Aces in 2nd. So Fever in a really good spot then. They're in a really good spot because it's, look, the way the league is parity-wise, everyone can beat everyone. Anyone can beat anyone. So it's all just about making the playoffs and hope you don't get a bad matchup. Like, if you're Indiana, you don't I'm not saying a bad matchup for Indiana in the playoffs. Minnesota probably is. I think Minnesota is probably a really bad matchup. If I'm Indiana, I'm not looking for Minnesota. I think the Indiana Fever match up really well without Caitlin Clark to Vegas. I think the Indiana Fever will never beat the Valkyries without Caitlin Clark, but I think with Caitlin Clark, they match up pretty well to the Valks. It's a really weird one because it's like, you look at them in the playoffs and you think about them in the playoffs and you're like, the Indiana Fever with Caitlin or without Caitlin. Because it's like, the Indiana Fever match up really, really well to the Aces without Caitlin, but match up real bad with Caitlin. And you also take into account, Angel Wilson wasn't there. Angel Wilson not being there, like, you're not going to get too bogged down on the results of this game because, again, the best player in the world, what isn't here? But yeah, look, even looking at the expected points, 93 to 74. 93 to 74. Like, the expected points there have the Indiana Fever, like, very, very comfortably winning that game by even more than they did. Like, they won by 16 points. And it could have been and probably should have been more. I was very, very disappointed by the Aces today, but also the Fever got the job done. They weren't flashy. They just played solid basketball. And look, I'm being very real here. Like, you're not watching, like, I don't think anyone is out here pretending that watching a team play solid basketball is exciting. But they're winning. They're winning. If they win these games playing solid basketball, the problem is, again, with Caitlin Clark is you cannot play solid reactive basketball with Caitlin Clark on your team. You just can't. You just can't, because of how Caitlin Clark is wired as a player, how the way she sees the game, the decisions she makes. You just don't, unless, like, she becomes a non-passing ISO shot chucker, which then that doesn't work with Kelsey Mitchell either. So I think that's a bit of an interesting situation. But I'd say Vegas are probably regretting sitting AJ out for this game. I think they thought, again, and this is one thing I feel like with Vegas, is that they all, you can see it, Vegas have looked like they don't want to be there tons of times against the Fever. They think it's a formality they show up with the Fever without Caitlin. And they have a losing record. Over the last 2 years, they have a losing record against the Fever without Caitlin. So, yeah, I don't know. But this was a good win for Indiana. Pushes them a half a game ahead of the Atlanta Dream. And it gets them into that playoff spot by 3 games. Like, they're 3 games ahead of the tempo. So it looks like it's a guaranteed Indiana Fever are going to make the playoffs. But that's it. Like, you don't want to go and be in that playoff hunt because, like, I know they're 4.5 games ahead of the Mercury now. I just have this really weird feeling the Mercury are going to get that last playoff spot. And you don't want to lose 2-3 in a row and somehow get dragged close to 500. Like, you want to win 26, 27 games minimum in the regular season. Like, you don't want to be in that hovering around 500 range because that can be extremely tough to get out of. And it can be really tough. But one thing we have to talk about here, and I think it's an important topic to talk about. Like, I would love to not talk about this, but we're discussing basketball and we have to discuss the basketball of this. Like, are the 2026 Indiana Fever with Stephanie White coaching, with their current roster, better without Caitlin Clark? I hate saying this, but my answer is no, they're not better, but they're like 1% worse. They 180 how they play. And it is very clear that when the Fever succeed with Caitlin Clark, it's because they've gone rogue. Like, if they succeed with Caitlin, it is normally because the players have gone rogue, they've done what they've wanted themselves, and they've just out-talented the other team. Because there is the Steph White system and Caitlin Clark are like oil and water. They don't mix. They don't mix. And like, I personally think that, yes, you build a team around Caitlin Clark. It's idiotic not to build a team around Caitlin Clark. I think that I can make that statement, but the Indiana Fever did not build a team around Caitlin Clark. They did not build a coach. They did not build a roster around Caitlin. They do not have a coach to build around Caitlin. They've already not built around Caitlin Clark. It's like if you draft, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Someone used the description for American football. It's like if you had Tom Brady and you decided to have a run everything offense. It's like if you drafted Allen Iverson and you wanted to turn Allen Iverson into you show Allen Iverson old Bob Cousy tape, or like you wanted to turn him into a post passing point guard, like fucking Kenny Smith, where their job is to pass the ball into the post and that's it. And the problem with Stephanie White's system is that the point guard's role is this. If you watched The Sun, the point guard's role is to get the ball to the elbow. And if you can't get in, and then relocate to catch the ball again and then swing it. That is what the point guard's role is. And like, I wish I could say like, oh yeah, it's a different thing. But like, this is literally how Steph White wants her point guards to play. And obviously Steph White is not making Caitlin Clark play like this. Caitlin Clark is going again, like Stephanie White her system is not going to work with Caitlin because this is what she wants her point guard to do. So let's draw it out the usual. Draw out the half court here. The purpose, let's say bang, bang, everything's 3 out, 2 in. Everything is 3 out, 2 in. It's literally just this. You get the ball here, there's a relocation, maybe a back cut, and you relocate. And then you go get the ball back. A lot of the time this player comes here, you get the ball to here. These players come up, they cut. They just kind of run in circles. But your job is basically just to facilitate that. Your job is to get the ball moving side to side so that other players can kind of get around side to side. Or again, if the ball goes to here, a lot of the times Aaliyah is going to come up and set the screen while this player comes around here. And this player kind of looks for a cut, or while this player kind of relocates. Your job is kind of to do nothing. Your job is to always be the release pass, to not turn the ball over, to just kind of pass it side to side, and if you're open, shoot it. Like, that's what Steph White wants her point guard to do, and there's nothing wrong with that from a coaching perspective. Like, there's actually not. Like, if we take away who the players are, if every one of these players didn't have a name and they were all just green blobs, or they were all just like John Smiths, they're all those bald white guys you have in squads in 2K. Like, a system that relies on gunners and point centers and offensive and big men offensive hubs. You don't add a ball dominant point guard into that system and expect it to work. Like, the ball is dominated in Stephanie White's system by the elbow big, which is Alyssa Thomas, and the gunner, which is Kelsey Mitchell, or was DeWanna Bonner. Steph White's system is dominated by the gunner and the big, which is very clear. That's what the Fever are doing. As the reason why the Fever are still pretty damn good without it, because the team is built to run Stephanie White's system without Caitlin Clark. And I said this coming into the year. The Indiana Fever built a team to survive without Caitlin Clark. The Fever built a team to thrive without Caitlin Clark. They did not build a team around Caitlin Clark. And by the way, I think that's idiotic. I think if the Indiana Fever built, this right here. If you gave Caitlin Clark the keys and you brought in a coach who was going to build on what build on what Christy Sides did and be an actual basketball coach, and put in a fast-paced up and down system, and just made them slightly better on defense, and building around their old big three, they'd be the best team in the league. But the problem is with Stephanie White and Caitlin Clark, they're the 7th best team in the league. Let's just say with Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White, they're the 5th best team in the league. Without Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White, they're still probably the 5th or 6th best team in the league. Stephanie White's system, Caitlin Clark's so good at basketball that her going rogue still makes this team better. Her going rogue. But her going rogue does not make this team enough better to justify the trade value Caitlin has versus the impact Caitlin has on winning. If we're talking about pure winning, because obviously there's the monetary reasons and stuff, and we're not talking about that here. We're talking pure basketball. And you can't even say where it's like, James Harden never won a championship. Yeah, it's because it's his fault the Warriors formed a super team. It's like blaming Caitlin Clark if Caitlin's Fever suddenly become the best team in the league, and then the Liberty sign Aja Wilson, Jackie Young, or sign Aja Wilson, Paige Bueckers, and fucking keep Stewie. She's not going to win a ring. He was about to win a ring in 2021. He got injured. Him and Kyrie got injured. We got to be very clear. James Harden not winning a ring was nothing to do with James Harden's play style. He could have been the opposite player and he was never winning a ring. But it's very different that the Fever are a solid team and Caitlin Clark's a high-risk, high-reward player. She's a high-risk, high-reward player, and the Indiana Fever and Stephanie White are risk-averse. Stephanie White's system is a risk-averse. We're going to make tough shots and we're going to drag you into a dogfight system. That's what she wants to do. Caitlin Clark doesn't want to do that. And if we're being real here, pure basketball-wise, they're going to be bad next year. If Caitlin Clark is on that team, they're going to be bad next year. And if Stephanie White's coaching, they're going to be bad. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, Monique Billings, Raven Johnson as the 5, and a whole bench of minimum contract players, and they might not even be able to afford their first-round pick. They might have to Golden State Valkyries give away their first-round pick because they might not be able to afford their first-round pick. That is not a good team. That is a 7th seed. That's a 7th seed team. Replace Caitlin with Kelsey Mitchell and add in potentially the number 1 overall pick, 2 or 3 good young assets on bargain deals, and 2 future firsts on, and again, keeping them on bargain deals and keeping a little bit more flexibility. That's an equivalent team, especially in Steph's system. And it's an equivalent team and you have future assets. It does not make sense for the Indiana Fever to continue to keep Stephanie White as a coach and keep Caitlin Clark as a player. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Because we've got a situation where it's not fair on the player and it's not fair on the coach. It's not fair in either. The coach can't do what she wants to do because the best player on the team, it doesn't fit with the best player on the team. And the player can't play her game because the coach wants to do something the complete opposite. It's not fair in either. You care about winning and championships, then trade Caitlin Clark. I don't think people understand. The Indiana Fever are significantly closer to winning a championship by trading Caitlin Clark. Why? Because you trade Caitlin Clark, you keep Kelsey Mitchell for the next 3 years, and then you're able to get a whole bunch of assets for Caitlin. If you keep Caitlin Clark on an epic and sign her for a max, you're basically relying on your overseas scouting, your drafting. The fact no players will ever take a pay cut to come to Indiana. If you want to win a title, the way things are right now, you trade Caitlin Clark. Why? Because you can't wait it out either. You can't wait it out for 3 or 4 more years because the Seattle Storm currently employ Awa Pham and Dominique Malonga. And they're possibly going to get a top 3 pick this year. They employ Awa Pham and Malonga. They employ who very well could be the best 4 and 5 in the league by the time they hit the age where they'd be like rookies. Like, they're about 20. They're about 20. They're 20. You're saying, you do realize people saying Caitlin's not a winner. The only person who's won a title on this team is Maisha Allen, right? But yeah, look, it is what it is. Like, I think it's unfair. It's unfair to both Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White to just stick with what isn't going to work. And I get it, play out the year. But it's like, do you fuck up your team long term? Because you've already done it. The Mo Billings, Lexi Hull contracts were disastrous. They were disastrous. I don't care about what Caitlin Clark wants and needs. I'm talking about basketball. I'm not talking about Caitlin Clark, the human being. Like, I'm sorry. We got to talk basketball, not take a player's feelings into account. Do you think the Celtics took Jaylen Brown's feelings into account when they traded him? No, they didn't. Like, what are we doing? No one's going to give the Fever Kings ransom. No, it's 4 young assets. And none of which being current young all-stars. As in, you're not getting Citron, you're not getting Kiki, you're not getting... Maybe if you go straight up for one of those, you might. But, like, you're not getting... If you go to Seattle, you're probably getting Flaw J and 2 firsts. Like, it's that type of a trade. So you're getting a good ransom, but you're not getting, like, what the Sky gave up from Marina Mabry. But, yeah, it is what it is. Caitlin's not good enough to lead a team. Yeah, she's in year 2. We don't know that yet. We literally don't know that yet. Like, as of right now, the only current active players that have shown they can lead a team to a championship are Angel Wilson and Breanna Stewart. Like, that's literally it. Like... But yeah, it is. We are going to get off stream now. And hopefully you guys are back Wednesday when hopefully Caitlin Clark is back. And it might be a bit more of a fun game than that. But you know what? Still a solid game for the Indiana Fever. I can't lie. Very solid performance by them. Very solid performance by the whole team. I will see you guys. Overseas Mercury are bottom league. Yeah, because their best overseas player quit. And Samuel comes out and yeah, they're in a fucking hell.